Alright, what is going on, guys? Back with another breakdown for UFC Vegas 30. This time it's going to be Charles Rosa versus Justin Jaynes. So this one's at featherweight. Rosa is a bit older, 34 years old. He's got an inch and a half reach advantage. And we'll start with him. So Rosa, coming off a loss to Darrick Minner, kind of got bullied on the ground in that one, which kind of sucks for him because Rosa has good jiu-jitsu. I think he's a black belt. But he has some submission wins in the UFC, and he's definitely been threatening submissions, even in these fights where he's getting dominated. Like, he's gotten really worked on the ground by Darrick Minner and Bryce Mitchell, especially in the case of Bryce Mitchell. Both of those guys really good grapplers, especially at like applying it to an MMA fight. Like a lot of guys are credentialed, but Darrick Minner especially, I feel like, is good at what I'm trying to say there. Like, he knows how to get it done in the cage. And, he was throwing some submissions, some arm bars, so I could see if Justin Jaynes tries to go with the takedown top control approach, which I don't necessarily think he will, but if he were to try that, because of the way Rosa has been kind of getting worked on the ground, it would scare me because I think he could get submitted. But, Rosa's last win comes over Kevin Aguilar. It's about a year ago. And, nobody really did anything in that fight to put a stamp on it. I thought Aguilar really tentative. He's been a huge disappointment in the UFC. I'm pretty sure he's cut now because he hasn't won in forever, and he just lost again recently. But, yeah, Aguilar just not aggressive. Felt like he had more opportunities for offense. Just very tentative. And, split decision. And, when I watched it live, I'm pretty sure I had Aguilar as a pick, and I was pissed. I thought Aguilar won. That's always how it goes. But when I watched it again yesterday, walking forward, but didn't really do a ton with the hands to really put a stamp on it. Just kind of was touching them more, more volume. And Rosa has been around for a while, not super active. He's lost to a lot of highly regarded fighters, but he's picked up wins over. I don't think anybody he has a win over is with the UFC currently. So, that's not good. But at least since 2016, if there's somebody below this, then it's whatever in terms of fight breakdowns. But for Justin Jaynes, it also hasn't been good. 3 straight losses. For him, though, this is really tough matchmaking. So he comes into the UFC, gets that win over Frank Camacho, who, Frank Camacho, I'm pretty sure is 1-3 in the UFC also. He might be winless. But, he loses to Gavin Tucker, and Tucker looked great in that fight. Tucker was ranked recently. Loses to Mowgli Benitez. Benitez, one of the best kickers out there. Really brutal body kicks and leg kicks, and Jaynes was having a tough time in that one with those. And then he fights Devontae Smith off the layoff. Devontae Smith, I think, is going to be ranked. He looked awesome in that one. Jab was working really well, and it was a stiff jab. Was able to bust him up early. And then he got the top control in the second round. So it's been tough for Justin Jaynes. 3 straight losses, but like I said, I don't think any one of those guys is a bad loss. And I think featherweight's the deepest division when you get this far back. Other divisions have better contenders, but featherweight just has such depth to it in the 15 to 20 range. But Justin Jaynes, he has been able to land some big shots. He's got a good right. He utilizes a lot of feints, likes to step in, do his shots. He gets out of the pocket pretty well too. He's just kind of been getting outclassed by these guys who are more technical than him. And so, for this one, guys, if you look at the odds, Justin Jaynes as an underdog, definitely got to go with that from a betting perspective. Even if, this is a fight where I just cannot get a read on where either guy is in their career. It's tough to bet on a guy who's lost 3 in a row, but I have liked what I've seen from Jaynes, and I think against a guy who is significantly less technical, significantly less gifted on the feet in Charles Rosa, I think that he's finally going to get a fight where he can dictate the pace, and he can dictate, if he's able to land a big right, and he's got a good left hook that he likes to step in on too. If he can land some shots like that, I think he can definitely win this fight. And on the feet, I haven't seen a ton from Jaynes, at this level to indicate what he's got in the grappling department, but I would still have to lean Rosa there, but I don't think Rosa is going to be able to get the takedown. He wasn't able to get the takedown against Aguilar, and Aguilar was able to fight it off pretty well. I think Jaynes would be able to fight it off better, really make him pay for it. So as long as Jaynes isn't like broken, I like this from a betting perspective at plus 138 a lot. Mostly just because I can't trust Charles Rosa as minus 170 against anybody, especially a guy who, like I said, there are things I like about his game. So that is my pick, guys. I did this with a parlay, and I'm probably not going to do any more than this. The first leg of it hit, so I'll try to get this article up as soon as possible, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and I'll try to have that on there. But yeah, stay tuned for more. Got more breakdowns coming, and peace. Take it easy.